Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was assassinated in Rome in 44 BC by a group of Roman senators who feared that he was becoming too powerful. Caesar had recently been declared dictator for life, raising concerns that the Roman Republic was being replaced by one-man rule. His death did not restore the old political system. Instead, it triggered another series of civil wars and eventually helped bring Augustus to power. Rome then developed into the Roman Empire, changing the political structure of the ancient Mediterranean for centuries. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1865, just days after the American Civil War had effectively ended. Lincoln had led the United States through the conflict and was preparing for the difficult process of rebuilding the country. Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated in Sarajevo in 1914 by Gavrilo Princip, a Bosnian Serb nationalist. Ferdinand was heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his death created an immediate crisis between Austria-Hungary and Serbia. Alliances across Europe then pulled several major powers into the conflict. Within weeks, the First World War had begun. Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated in India in 1948 by Nathuram Godse, a Hindu nationalist who opposed Gandhi's political views and his approach toward relations between Hindus and Muslims. Gandhi had played a major role in India's independence movement and had promoted nonviolent resistance. His death shocked the newly independent country and became a major moment in India's early history. Gandhi's influence, however, extended far beyond India, and his methods of peaceful protest later inspired movements around the world. John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas in 1963 while serving as President of the United States. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested and accused of the assassination, although the event has remained the subject of extensive public debate and conspiracy theories. Kennedy's death immediately changed American politics and deeply affected public confidence. Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson became president and went on to oversee major legislation, including the Civil Rights Act and Voting Rights Act. Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee in 1968. King had become one of the most recognizable leaders of the American Civil Rights Movement, advocating for racial equality through nonviolent protest. His assassination caused widespread mourning and unrest across the United States. Congress passed the Fair Housing Act shortly afterward, while King's legacy became closely connected with the continuing struggle for civil rights and equality. Anwar Sadat. Anwar Sadat was assassinated in Egypt in 1981 during a military parade in Cairo. Sadat had made a historic decision to pursue peace with Israel, eventually signing the Egypt-Israel Peace Treaty in 1979. His policies angered several extremist groups and opponents within Egypt. After his assassination, Hosni Mubarak became president. Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi was assassinated in India in 1984 by two of her Sikh bodyguards. Her government had ordered a military operation against armed Sikh separatists at the Golden Temple in Amritsar earlier that year, creating deep anger and tension. Gandhi's assassination was followed by severe communal violence against Sikhs in several parts of India. Yitzhak Rabin. Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated in Israel in 1995 by Yigal Amir, an Israeli extremist who opposed Rabin's peace efforts with the Palestinians. Rabin had been working with Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat through the Oslo peace process, which aimed to establish a framework for resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. His assassination removed one of the central political figures behind those negotiations. The peace process continued afterward, but it faced growing opposition and eventually stalled.